Hello and welcome. We're asked to give a parish financial report every year. It is important that you know where your gifts are going and that we be good stewards of those gifts. So please give me your attention for a few minutes as I give this report. These numbers are for the last fiscal year, July of 2017 through June of 2018. We begin by looking at our income. The first column shows the numbers for this fiscal year. The second column gives the numbers for the prior year, 2016 and 17. And the third column shows how much of a change it was. By far, the largest and most important source of income for our parish is our weekend collection. You see that our regular giving increased about 3% to $1,057,000. 3% is healthy growth. It means that we are keeping up with inflation. Our income from special gifts and grants increased by more than $120,000. This includes gifts from individuals who wanted to do something special to help our parish. It includes money from the Drexel Fund and other school grants. It also includes about $65,000 from an organization called Support for Catholic Schools. The income from school fees decreased by about $12,000 because of smaller enrollment this year, especially in our pre-K class. The income from special events decreased by about $18,000. Part of that is because of how we accounted for money received for the Steubenville trip, but most of it is from decreased rental of the gym and Setter Hall. Moving on to page 2, the biggest change here is that we did not have any insurance claims this past year. The prior year, we received $75,000 to repair our roof, and this year we did not have any disasters. This year we started drawing money out of our endowments. This is only a $3,000 change to our income, but it is very important. For many years, we have just been allowing our endowments to grow and not withdrawing money from them. This past year, we decided to make a slight change. When we receive memorials or other money that we do not expect to receive, and so it's not in the budget, we put that money into the endowments so that they will continue to grow for our future needs. However, we also now plan on drawing some of the interest each year and putting it toward payroll. Our employees are underpaid, and using the interest from the endowments allows us to pay them a little bit more while still allowing the endowments to grow for the future. Altogether, you see that our total income increased by $44,000, a 3% increase over the prior year. You may remember that last year during our stewardship drive, I said we hoped our income would reach $1.7 million, and thank you for doing your part to help us to reach that goal. We now look at our expenses. The first thing that we do is tithe to the diocese. Since our collection increased, so did our tithe. So we gave $112,000 to the diocese to support the work of the wider church. Our payroll expense increased 4% to almost $980,000. This includes all of our employees except for the lunchroom workers who are paid out of a separate account. The elementary and high school expense pays for our students who attend Bishop Carroll or Cape and Mount Carmel, plus a couple of grade school students we send to different grade schools. You see that the number here decreased by 3% because of fewer students attending Bishop Carroll. This number does not include the cost of running St. Anne Catholic School. The cost of running St. Anne Catholic School is included in all of the other numbers. It is about $1 million each year. Capital outlay is money that we spend improving our campus. The prior year, we had $75,000 in roof repairs. The $7,000 we spent this year was part of the cost of putting in the new doors in the education center and the electronic door locks all around campus. We paid part of the cost of those two projects in June, and that is what you see here. The majority of the cost wasn't paid until the new fiscal year, until July, and so it is not reported here. The total cost, however, was around $40,000. Going on to page 2, the biggest change here is that we put over $100,000 into our school endowment. We also put money into our parking lot fund and put other money into savings so that it would be available to pay for the door locks during the new fiscal year. So some of the money we put into savings has already been withdrawn, but most of it is in the endowment or in the parking lot fund. Moving on to page 3, we received a grant this year that allowed us to make some improvements to our educational technology, and so we spent about $12,000 total on technology. That brings our total expense for the year to $1,770,000. We then finished the year with a net loss in our checking accounts of $32,000. However, keep in mind that much of that expense was money that we moved from checking to savings or to endowments. We look then at the balance in all of our general use accounts as of June 30th. We have a few other checking or savings accounts for specific things like PTO or St. Vincent de Paul or other organizations, but this is all money that's available for general parish and school needs. The balance in our checking accounts decreased by $13,000. Our savings increased by $80,000. Some of that is for the parking lot. Most of that is money we set aside for the doors and locks, which has now been taken out. Our parish and school endowments both grew, mostly because of memorial gifts we've received and also because of investment performance. Together, they grew by more than $110,000. Altogether, we have a balance of almost $350,000. Our goal is to keep at least $300,000 on hand, which would cover 3 months of expenses in an emergency, and then another $100,000 for the parking lot. You can see that we're getting close. We hope to be there this summer. Thank you for your attention today. We will make this report available on our website, but if you have any questions, please speak with me today or at your convenience. Thank you especially for your generosity. Please continue to support our work with your gifts and with your prayers. Thank you and God bless you.